Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Maddie. If you're new here, welcome. Today we are going to be doing the booktube newbie tag. So I have been on booktube for less than a week now, as an active participant, but I've been sitting in the back, observing for a hot second. Like, I think that one of the first videos I found was one of Sasha Alsberg's videos, I think, or maybe Cat at Catty-tastic. Like, those were the first videos I watched, like, way back in, like, 2015, I think. So I figured it's finally time to take the plunge and have my own channel. So, I'm sure you guys know what the booktube newbie tag is. It's everywhere. Pretty much everybody who has joined booktube in recent years has this video on their channel. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Question number one is, why did you start this channel? So I started this channel because, like I said, I have been sort of like a backseat participant in booktube for a really long time, and I really wanted to become active in this community, and I really just wanted to share my love of books with people who hold a similar excitement for books that I do. I'm friends with readers, but books are a huge part of who I am. And so I want to share that part of myself with other people who feel similarly. Number two is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to the booktube community? So personally, I believe that just by virtue of being a person, that you are unique and you are different, and that you have things of value to bring with you wherever you go. And so I think that by virtue of just being myself and being who I am, that I'll bring things that are fun and that are exciting and new to this community. I'll have perspectives that nobody else has. I'll have views and opinions that nobody else on this community has. And I think that's really cool, and I'm really excited to share those with you guys. What are you most excited for about starting this channel? So I'm really excited to just get to unabashedly fangirl over books that I love, and I get to share that and share in that excitement with other people who love the same books that I love, and that I get to see what you guys love, and you guys get to recommend things to me, and I get to recommend things to you, and just that shared love of reading and books. I'm so excited for that. Why do you love reading? I love reading for an escape. I love being able to just open a book and to just fall into it, for whether it's a few paragraphs that I can squeeze in or if it's chapters at a time. I love that escape. I think it's so cool and so fun and amazing, and it's like nothing else in the whole world. What book or series got you into reading? So I have a couple that were really fundamental in my reader's journey. So the first one is probably the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. And if you don't know what the Percy Jackson series is, are you living under a rock? Percy Jackson is actually what inspired my channel name, Cabin 6 Books. It's the cabin of Athena. And I remember reading that, I think, when I was like in 4th grade-ish. And it just sparked something. It was just instant love affair with Percy Jackson. And the second series is The Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini, which is a book that was super popular. It has a terrible movie, but I remember reading that one when I got a little bit older. I was in middle school, and the last book, Inheritance, is actually the first book that I ever pre-ordered, and I got it on my Nook, and I stayed up all night reading it, and I was so exhausted for school the next morning. But like, that's what I mark as the beginning of my obsession with books and with reading, and it's just, they're fantastic. I love them. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers if you knew that they would answer them? What are your favorite vines? At Witty Novels. What is your favorite over-specific area of historical interest? At The Peruse Project, at Reagan. And how do you feel about Harry Styles potentially coming out? Also, where have you been? At Bridget's Cormier. Bridget. I love her. She's amazing. I will link all of these channels in the description below. They're fantastic. I love them. Check them out. They're amazing people. What kind of challenges will you face and what will be the hardest for you? So for a long time, I didn't start this channel because I was terrified that somebody that I knew would find these videos and they would watch them. And so I'm slowly getting over that. I still like low-key hope that nobody finds these videos that I know, but like, if you know me in real life and you're watching this, like, at least hit that subscribe button. Like, come on, guys. Come on. And so I think that'll be the hardest, is that, like, telling people in my real life that I do this online. Like, I think that's gonna be really challenging. And then I also know that part of an online life are negative comments, and so I'm a sensitive soul. And so I think, like, at first, I'm really gonna have to thicken my skin, and those are gonna be really hard to deal with at first. When did you start reading? So I probably around like 4th grade, I would say, like obsessively reading in like 6th-ish grade. Actually, when I was really, really little, I had to be in like the reading help class because I wasn't good at reading. And I hated that. I hate that people thought that I was dumb. Not that there's anything wrong with that now, I realize, but when I was little, I was like, I want to go to the cool reading class where they get to do projects and stuff. So I worked really, really hard at reading. And then eventually, I got moved up to, like, the gifted and talented reading class. And so I think, like, in 1st grade, like, that's what sparked my, like, inspiration to read. But my love of reading came much, much later in my life. Where do you read? Literally anywhere. Walking to class, in between classes, on the bus, in the cafeteria, like in the lounge, literally anywhere. Like, I have no qualms about reading. And the last question is, what kind of books do you like to read? So I mostly read YA, but within that, like, kind of umbrella term, I am a pretty diverse reader. Like, I read a lot of fantasy. That's probably my main genre that I read, but I also read sci-fi and contemporaries and urban fantasy, and I've recently really started getting into poetry books and nonfiction, which I have been really excited about, and I really love reading books like that too. So I've been expanding, so you can just kind of expect me to read everything and anything. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. You can check out my social media links down below, and the booktubers that I mentioned in this video, they will also be linked in the description below. Until next time, that is it. Bye!